Well, another fleet of gritters have just left the depot, and of course it's thanks to their efforts and others like them that so many of the roads across the Midlands have remained open. To find out more on that, we can cross now to our correspondent Andy Bevan, who's at one of Europe's busiest motorway junctions.
Yes, indeed, we're high above Birmingham's Spaghetti Junction, which is somewhere that's going to be familiar to most Midlands motorists. You can see there the traffic coming out of Birmingham city centre on the Aston Expressway. That's heading northbound on the M6 towards the M54, Shropshire and Staffordshire, and in the some down onto the M5 in Worcestershire. And then in the other direction, you've got the M6 South. You can just see through the pillars there. That heads towards the M42 and M69 towards Leicestershire and Nottinghamshire. Now, it has been a snowy but safe day on the motorways, but that's no reason for complacency.
In theory, motorways should be one of the safest places to drive in weather like this. They're wide, they get ploughed and gritted first, and everyone is going in the same direction. But spend some time with the Central Motorway Patrol Group and they'll tell you there are plenty of hidden hazards.
We've got a flat top box articulated trailer, and overnight there's been a build-up of snow on the roof. You'll see chunks of that snow fall off the back of that truck. All it takes is for one of these vans just to be surprised by that snow falling off the top, swerve, and then we've got, in this weather, what could be a significant accident.
If you really have to drive in these conditions, Steve Rounds says be prepared in case you hit trouble.
If you do get yourself stuck, digging out with a spade's good, carrying a few offcuts of old carpet, Hessian back carpet is good because that creates adhesion between tyres and the snow. A flask of a warm drink, tea or coffee, essential, as is some food that's going to sustain you for your journey.
And if you do break down, look for the square blue signs every 500 yards on the hard shoulder. They are your address on the motorway and tell the emergency services exactly where you are. Arriving at Strensham services on the M5 in Worcestershire, Steve joins colleagues for their monthly meeting with passing lorry drivers.
Horrendous, absolutely horrendous.
Where have you come from?
Well, I've come from about 15 miles south of Devizes.
It's a two-way exchange. The drivers give police useful intelligence, and in return they get advice on safety and crime prevention.
Protecting their loads, protecting themselves, finding out about rogue operators and rogue drivers, so that we can more effectively target the drivers and the companies that are breaking the law.
20% of new male drivers and 40% of female ones don't use motorways until a year after they pass their test because they don't feel confident enough. But it seems that isn't the case with more experienced drivers.
Around about 80 miles an hour he's overtaking us now. That's sufficient for me to be able to stop him. Hello driver, how are you? You alright? Yeah, no problem. I'll have a chat to you in the car, just some word of advice really.
This time it was just a ticking off, but next time it could be a ticket. So as always, the advice is take care. And remember, if they can get stuck, so can you.